Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I would like to cover something, and it's about how to teach yourself all the other keys on this beautiful instrument. I'm talking about C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, then back to C. These are actually 12 keys on a piano or any other piece of musical instrument. Now, I've been wanting to make this video, and now I thank God because voila, here it is. Now, I've been wanting to come up with the easiest way on how I can show you the best way, on the easiest way on how to teach yourself all the other chords or all the other keys. It is of the greatest vitality that you as a musician be able to play all the keys. I'm talking about C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, then I have G, then I have A flat, A, B flat, B, C, C. Oh, I can't believe that really took me out. It's a chromatic movement anyway. It's been a long since I practiced my ear, and it's leaving me. Maybe it's age, I don't know. Now, first of all, I want to thank you for subscribing, your thumbs up, and your very beautiful, encourageous comment that you usually leave me there. And I promise that I will do my best to keep this channel as educative as possible. We have so many people out there who do the same thing, but I will try my best to teach you what I have and what I know. So welcome to the class. Now I want you to observe the very first chord I'm going to show you. You know this chord, right? It's called a C triad. A triad is just when you combine more than one note or more than two notes, like three notes together. That's a triad. When you play more than one note together, that's a triad. But when you play more than three, like let's say a C major 7 at 9, like that, this is a chord. Okay? Let's say like C, C sharp major 7 at 9, D, D major 7 at 9, like that. I know when I begin going into these chords, it's like a nuclear physics, but don't worry, I'll be able to teach you and you'll get it. Now, I want you to observe this chord right here. This is a C major triad, okay? Anyway, let me just call it a chord because that's what we're used to. I want you to look at the intervals between. Intervals in music or in jazz is just distance from one note to the next. Like for example, what is the interval between a C and an E? Count the notes between. So you find we have 3 semitones before you. So you go C, 1, 2, 3, then you have it there. So you have an interval of, at least you have to skip 3 notes for you to get the third. So this type of distance in classical music or in jazz or in music generally, we call it a perfect third. So when you count, like you don't count from here, you count from here. So from the next note, so this is 1, 2, 3, then the fourth note is called a perfect. But when you go 1, 2, then you play this, the third one, this will be called an imperfect third or a minor third. Okay? Now, while still there at the third, I want you now to observe the 5th note here and tell me the interval from the 3rd degree. How many intervals do we have? 1, 2, then you play that G right here. These are the notes that make up the C major triad. Alright? So I want you to observe between these 3 notes, or between these 2 notes right here. So from the first, the 1 right here, you count 1, 2, 3, then you find your perfect fourth. Okay, but do not be confused by fourth, which is actually the scale number, but the perfect fourth is intervals, like 1, 2, 3, then. So these are perfect third. This is the third degree because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that is the perfect third. If I play a C minor like that, this will be an imperfect third. Now, I want you now to count the intervals between 1 and 5. Remember, the C major triad has 3 notes in it, and we have to find intervals within all those notes. Please don't skip this part because this is very vital for you to be able to make. This is one of the rules that we use, the basic rules that we use to get to form chords and even to teach people how to make other chords. And I'll simplify it out, I promise. All right. So now I want you to go ahead and count the intervals between now the C and the G. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to count 6 semi-steps or 6 intervals for us to arrive to the fifth. So I have to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 5. So remember, from a 1, for you to get a fifth, you have to count 6 semi-steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the 7th one you play. So let's just say you have to count 7 steps. So this is C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one. The 7th note you play. So this is for us to get the third degree. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I have myself. Now, this is the very structure every chord is made on. Now, I want you to do this thing very carefully. What I want you to do, this. Now, I want you to pay attention to the next note. What is the next note to C? Is C sharp. What is the next note from E? An F. And what is the next note from G? A G sharp or an A flat. Now, just as you're holding that chord down, that triad down, I want you to move 1 semitone. 1 semitone is just to move from one note to the next. That is a semitone move. Alright? Now go ahead and do this. Now I want you to move 1 semitone. Do you know what chord is that? This is a C sharp. Right there. Now, as you are still playing that down, I want you now to go ahead and look ahead of you and find every semitone that is there and move to that direction. That is a D. Okay? Now, let's go. Another chromatic move. So, move again your fingers. Let them drop next. That is an E flat major. Try right there. So I want now to proceed next. That's an E major triad. We're getting somewhere. Now I hope you're understanding how we're forming these chords. Alright? Now we're going now to carry also forward the way we were just doing it, like that. And we now have our F major triad. Now we proceed forward. We proceed forward with the semitone move. So semitone move next. Ooh, we got ourselves a G flat or an F sharp major triad. The same technique. We're going to move forward like that, semitone, and follow to the next note. Just like that, we have our G major triad right there, right there. Go ahead and move again. Just another semitone. Stay right there. Oh, that is an A flat major triad. Let's proceed again. The same we were doing. That is an A major triad right there. And let's go forward. The semitone again, move. Ooh, that is a B flat major. Try right there. Again, now pandisha mkono. Right there. Remember from here up to there. This one drops here, this one drops here, this one drops here. Like that. And you have yourself a B major triad, and finally we are back to A. Even it just falls in place. This one. I hope you understand what we are doing. Just from the previous chord, just move a semitone just like that. And you have yourself another chord. You have yourself a D. You have yourself an E flat, and so on and so forth. Now, finally, let me teach you something. To those guys who know more than one chord, or they can actually play from different keys, like you can do a song on C very well, a C sharp very well, an E flat very well, and so on and so forth. So I want to show you something about transposing. You see these two notes, these two buttons here. To me, it's very legal to use them. Okay, they are not functional as to use them, but it is best if you might teach yourself how to play the other chords. Why? Because if you teach yourself how to play the rest of the other 12 chords, it trains up your pitch perfect. But if you get used to this transpose knob here, or button, it kills your ability to pitch perfect. What is a pitch perfect? Is to be able to tell the key of a song, of a musical piece, without having a musical reference, like a musical instrument. Like for example, you hear a song being sung, then someone can tell you that's an A without actually playing. Okay, that's another time. Now, what I wanted to say was, how do I personally transpose? That's a beautiful question that I need to answer you right now. Give me a key. Let me pick, let's say, a C sharp. So maybe I'm doing a song. You are wonderful, you are worthy, oh Lord. And I want to transpose this song to another key. Like let's say this key is a bit low, so I want to go to my next semitone, or to my next key. Let's say I want to go to D. Now let me show you how to transpose to the next note. This technique might work only when you're transposing to the next semitone. This is what I mean. If I was playing on C sharp, the next semitone key is a D. It's just ahead one semitone, like that. So if I was to do, you are wonderful, Lord, you are the oh Lord, you wonderful, wonderful Lord, you are the to be praised, you are Alpha. So what did I do? I went to the D major scale and found the 5th degree. This D, I have to play the 5. So this is how you find the 5. You have to move backward 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or count in the terms of semitones, or chromatically go down this chromatic interval. So this is while you're on D, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So you have to go down 5 chromatic semitones, 5 chromatic steps for you to get the 5. You have to go ahead 7 chromatic steps for you to get the 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you got now your 5. So I was on C sharp. go to the chorus. You are wonderful. You are mighty, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. So I will keep on doing that. So while I was here, I timed the 5 of the D. So this is the key I'm going in. So this D is my destination key here. And currently I'm on C sharp. So this C sharp I'm playing here is actually the second inversion. Yeah, this is the second inversion of a C major. Because it's the first inversion. And this is actually the root. So I'm actually playing the C sharp second triad. Why? Because the 5th of the C sharp is close to the 5th of the D, and that is the chord I'm going in. So you must do this if you have to get it right. Like, make sure that you are playing the inversion by which the 5th of that chord, of that key you are playing in, is in line with the 5th of the key of the chord that you are going to. Alright? So let's practicalize this and see. So So I hope you saw what I did. From C sharp, then I just came down to A major triad right there. So this A major triad is the one I'm going to utilize to go to my next destination, which is actually there. So, and you heard me did this like. Actually came here and did a half of the scale. So I just did the first tetrachord, of that scale. A tetrachord is just the 4th part of, it's just a half part of a scale. A scale is divided into two parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So the first tetrachord. Together the 5. So when I was on my C sharp, look at it. Alright, now what is my next chord? Is an A. I want to go to an A. So there are only 2 notes I'm going to move. This note is in the A major triad. So there are only 2 notes I'm going to move here, and that is an F and an A flat. So right there. So I'm just going to move like that from here to here, from here to here. So together. So. Another way of going there using the same 5 is like this. So give me the song. Bless the Lord. Oh, now let me go back to C. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Hey, one which came my ear. Bless the Lord, my soul, oh my soul. Yeah, worship His holy name. Like never before. Oh my soul, worship Your holy name. So what is my next seminal note? It's actually an equivalent. Praise the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Be like never before. Oh my soul. Oh, then what is my next chord? Is an E. So what is a 5? So this is the oh my soul, worship Your holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I worship Your holy. So what is my next key? It's an F. Oh, and what is my 5? A C. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I worship Your holy. Finally, oh my soul, oh. Alright, so folks, I really want you to go and practice those. If you find this video really helping and supporting you, kindly give me a thumbs up, give a positive comment, and give me a subscribe, and even share to your social medias, and God will be blessing us.